Hey guys, Matt here. Um, so today's my day to record. I'm gonna do my coming out story because that's what we're doing this week. Um, I have my coming out story on my personal channel, but I'll do it on here obviously, just because I think it'll be better. Um, but yeah, um, I'll just kind of do like my whole coming out kind of thing. But so freshman year, I came out as bisexual, just because like I wasn't sure how people were gonna take it. So I was like, I'll see how people take this, and then if it doesn't go good, then I can kind of just be like, oh well, I was just curious or whatever, and then I can just change it back and whatever. Um, but I was lucky enough that no one really cared. Um, and then that was like the middle to end of freshman year. Um, so beginning of sophomore year, I came out as gay, and again, everyone was cool with it. Both my parents were like they're like totally accepting. My dad, um, he's a lot more accepting. Like my mom is still really accepting. Like she totally doesn't care at all, but um, she just doesn't really talk about it that much. I mean, she didn't at all. She never really talked about it. We never really talked about it ever. I mean, it wasn't something that was like a problem, so we just didn't ever really bring it up. And then during spring break of my sophomore year, I cut my hair and I started dressing like a guy. And again, my dad was totally fine with it. He actually is the one who took me to get my hair cut, and he didn't care. My mom, she she didn't care either. She didn't have a problem with it, but she just I don't know. She was just kind of weird about it. She's very accepting, like she is, and she's supportive, but she's just not on the level my dad is at, I guess. She just doesn't talk about it. She's accepting, but she doesn't talk about it. That's pretty much what it is. Um, but the summer after my junior year, is when I actually told people that I was going to be transgender. What I do, I I texted my dad and I was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you guys when you get home." And he was like, "What's it about?" And I was like, "I just want to talk to you when you get home, because I don't want to like do this like I want to do it face to face." And so he's like, "Just tell me what it's about." And I was like, because that'll just give it away." And so he was like, "Do you want a sex change?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, we'll talk when you get home." And so we talked, and my dad's totally cool with it. My mom wasn't really okay with it. I mean, like, she's like okay with it, but she just was like, she started crying, and she's like, like, you don't know what you want, you're too young, wait a few years, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, like, so we had a big, like, talk and stuff, and then to tell a few other people, like, I told close friends, I texted them, and I told them, just because, like, I was scared to do it in person, but, yeah, so I texted them, and then I made a post on my Facebook and on my Twitter, I believe it was. I think it was just Twitter and Facebook. And I made a post, and I was like, and I told people that it was a hard decision that I made, but um, it's something that I really wanted, and so I wanted people to call me he and him. I almost said she. He and him and Matt instead of Maddie, or like Madi Maddie. Because now I sometimes go by Maddie, Matty, which at first I didn't like being called Maddie just because it reminded me of like Maddie. So I didn't think people were really like um, trying to learn. They're just like, oh, Maddie, like Maddie. but now I like it. But yeah, so I made a post and everyone was really cool about it. So um, um, so I never really had any trouble with that. Like no one really cared. I didn't really have problems. The only problems that I had were people on social media being, jerks. But I mean, everyone has that. But yeah, so that's kind of my coming out story. I mean, I'm out to everyone. Everyone, all my family, friends, everyone accepts it. Everyone, like, doesn't care. Everyone's really cool. And so, and I know a few guys on here who don't have that support, who are on the channel also uploading videos. And so, that's how we actually got to meet is, like me and Ethan went to school together. We were in the art class together. Me and Ryan, we just kind of started talking on Twitter or something like that. And same with Ian and Jace. I haven't really talked to, but he seems really cool. So yeah, so again, I just want to because I know you guys are gonna watch this, obviously. So I just want to let you guys know that you guys do have my support, and I don't know. I think that this channel is gonna like really bring us together, and so I'm excited for that. So if you guys, just know that you guys have a brother right here. So, but yeah. So, and I think this channel is really gonna help people who aren't, because all 6 of us are in a different, like all different stages of our transition, um, different situations with family and friends and all that. And so I think that this is kind of going to help a lot of people in different situations. So um so yeah, that's my coming out story. But yeah, and I'll add all my social media at the bottom, and one of my videos, is my previous, or is my personal channel. So go subscribe to that too. But yeah, bye.